there we go. So this is where we left off on the other one. This is pseudostratified epithelium. Here's the free space. There's the cilia. That's the apical surface, and this down here is the basilar, the bottom, the basement. There's a thin little membrane, and then it just changes. This is this loose connective, and you get down to dense connective down here. Here's the free space. Here we see from here to here. This is the basement membrane. You can see it right along there, and then it just shifts or changes. This is that lamina propria right in here. But there's no cilia. It looks fuzzy because it contains microvilli or microvilli, and that's what gives it a fuzziness and such. This points out the goblet cells. That's a really good picture. You can see there's the where the, like if it's a goblet, and there's the stem. What do y'all call it? Stemware. They're drinking wine out of it and such. So this whole structure is a finger-like projection. That's a villi, but then on the surface of each individual cell it has microvilli, which is not the same as cilia. So connective tissue, living cells around a non-living matrix and such. So connective tissue kind of fills in the spaces, and it protects. Bone protects you. The red blood cells, the white blood cells protect you and such. They transport. The red blood cells transports things around, and also you do have the loose and the dense. The loose, of course, is the areolar and all, and it does contain the 3 fibers, the collagen, the elastin, and then the reticular fibers that are all in there and such. So you do have white blood cells running around these areas, these macrophages. Macro is big, phage is eater, so it's a big eater and such. That's AMP2, that's an immune system. So here we look, there's the pickup sticks, loose connective. Here they are all running in the same direction. So that's a dense regular, so with dense connective. And here is the milk bubbles. That's the adipose tissue. You can see this is all fat, and then the cell, the nucleus of the cell is pushed off into the corner, And then this is a poor picture, but this is cartilage. And here's the chondrocytes, and then this is all the matrix right in here. So that's where the ground substance is. Here is the ground substance, clear spot. In the adipose, which is a special type of connective tissue, it kind of fills in around and under organs, under skins, and all. So there's your friend, the bone. Looks like a tree stump to me. That's what I see. That's the osteocyte right there. You can see I'm pointing to it. When we do bone, we'll explain more about this and why you see these little bitty lines running across and such, and what this canal is. That's the old name, Haversian. You can call it an osteonic canal. So, and then this is blood. There's a red blood cell. There's a white blood cell. That's a neutrophil. And this is the nucleus. It's many-lobed. It's a multi-lobar nuclei. They call that basophil. Yep, they're right. It's all blue. It's all blue in there. So I didn't see that. So usually on a basophil, I can't see the nucleus. It's my problem. And then muscle. Muscle can only do one thing. Muscle can only contract. That's it. And it works over your muscles, that skeletal, or over your bones, that skeletal muscle. It's found in your hollow organs, that smooth muscle, or it's found in your heart. That's cardiac muscle. This is smooth muscle. This is cardiac muscle. And then this is skeletal muscle. This is dense regular connective tissue. This sometimes looks, it can fool you into thinking that it's smooth muscle. The nuclei just look so much different. Smooth muscle, it's a single cell with a single nucleus. And it kind of goes to a point on both ends, if you will. And it's usually circular. It's in a circular pattern because it's usually in the walls of a hollow organ, like your stomach or your intestines or your blood vessels. This is cardiac. Now, it is striated. You see these lines, and this is skeletal over here, and it is striated. You see, kind of, it shows up right there. You can see a little bit of it right there. This is a straight fiber. And this fiber over here, these fibers, if you look, they branch. See that branching where the cursor is? Then these fibers end and then they made up to another fiber. That's where the intercalated disc is located. And these guys, these single cells of these muscle cells, only have a single nucleus. When you look at skeletal muscle, this whole fiber, or these multiple cells in here, and they have many nuclei. These are sometimes referred to satellite nuclei and such. When we do muscles and such, we'll talk more about that. But these are long, straight fibers. These are branched. Multinucleated, single nucleus. That's how you do the cardiac. You look for the branching and you look for the disc, and you can get it every time. So smooth muscle, you look where it's located. You find a context clue. Where is it located? And then that last one right there is your nervous tissue. That's a neuron. Where did my cursor go? There's a neuron. And it has structures like limbs of a tree, so they call it dendrite. And then it has this other one called an axon, and you name them by the direction that the action potential, which is the electrical message, travels. They have little helper cells out here, and then they have other types of cells that are found in it. So it's nervous tissue. You will not see any other cell like that anywhere in the body, except in the nervous tissue. So that's a neuron. If you see a neuron, it's nervous tissue. That's how you figure that one out. So I believe that's the end of it. Yeah, yes. So, all right.